My topic today, the topic I'm speaking on today is the impact of law on society. I want to start things off with a little thought experiment because I know we all like, confusing situations. Not really, but anyway. So this thought experiment is a very popular one that a lot of law students will learn about, or even I think philosophy students learn about it as well. But then I'm going to break it down so that we can have something to think about in the course of my presentation and when you go home. So this thought experiment involves 5 explorers. They were exploring a mountainous area, and then they enter into a cave. As they enter into the cave, it caves in, there's a landslide, and then the cave falls in, and the 5 explorers are trapped. Even though they are trapped, there's air to breathe, but there's no food and there's no water. And the rescue team outside can't reach the explorers, and they tell the explorers that you are going to be in this cave for a number of days. And it's only after this particular time period that we will be able to retrieve you. So, try and stay alive. Now, these explorers are in the cave, everything is okay, they are trying not to panic. But after day 2, they start to feel hungry. And so they have to find something to eat. But where they are trapped, there's no animal there, there's nothing to eat, there's nothing to drink. So they discuss and then they come to an agreement. And in the agreements, they decide to eat one of them, just to stay alive for that moment. And so to decide who they are going to eat, they decide to cast lots or to draw lots. And in this case, it fell on, let's call him explorer number 5. Explorer number 5 was the one that the lot fell on, and he protested, but they went ahead and they ate explorer number 5. So after a few days, the explorers were retrieved from the cave. They were retrieved from the cave, and it came out, the news broke out that they ended up eating one of them. So these people are arraigned before court, and then the judges have the decision to make as to whether to sentence them to murder because they killed and ate a human being, or whether to say, given the circumstances, had they not done what they did, they would have died. So it was a prudent thing to do. But then you have to remember that in saying that they should not be charged with murder, or saying that they should not be tried and sent to jail for murder, they would indirectly be supporting a situation where it's okay to eat someone else when you have nothing to eat, which is not something that we should be encouraging. So this is the thought experiment. I would have asked one of you what you would have done, what you would have decided as the judge, but someone informs me that I don't have a lot of time. So I just want you to think on the thought experiment and then justify everything in your head. So now to my topic for today, which is the impact of law on the society. You'll notice from the thought experiment that even though laws exist, the laws are applicable in certain situations differently based on certain circumstances. Let's put it that way. Because you realize that, yes, it's against the law to kill and eat your fellow man. But here's a case where if you don't do that, you are going to die. So you are caught between a rock and a hard place, and you have to make a decision. But at the end of the day, you need to understand that that is why laws exist. Laws are not supposed to be rigid and inflexible. Laws are supposed to grow and change with time, grow and change with society. Because the same laws that were applicable maybe 50, 60 years ago, they may not be justifiable in today's world. Which is why it's important to be up to date with the law. It's important to be up to date with circumstances and, just to be involved in the legal space because it has such a strong impact on our society. So in conclusion, what I want to say is that we should all find a way to be involved in leading the next generation of problem solvers, self-motivated problem solvers. And one way that we can do that is with the law. The law has so many ways in which it can impact a society, so many ways in which it can change lives. And as an individual, you don't have to be a lawyer to be able to apply the law to change your life or to solve problems. You don't have to be a judge to solve people's problems with the law. You just have to care about it and educate yourself on it. Thank you very much.